Alright, so in order for us to create and manage change, one needs to know the resistance or the obstacles on why people resist change. Right here is a chart of two different views of resistance. There's the general views and also the specific reasons for why people um, change. Alright, so the general reasons. The first general reason is inertia. And here, let me play a video clip real fast. So right there, that's an amazing video. Running back for the Seahawks, Marshawn Lynch. I actually played with this guy in high school, and right there, um, let me explain to you what inertia is. Basically, not wanting to change, not wanting to change the status quo, the old ways of doing things. And basically, in science, it's basically once an object is in movement, it will not stop unless an object is against it, or won't want to stop. Or once it's not in motion, it wants to move. It can't move unless there's an object forcing it to move. And as you can see, Marshawn Lynch, he was going forward and people were trying to stop him. He didn't want to stop because his inertia was great. His force was coming. Those objects were too pathetic to stop him. And so in businesses nowadays, people are so used to the old ways that when managers bring up change, they just don't want to change. It's hard for them. They're so comfortable with what they are at now. And that's the first general reason of change. The second reason is timing. As you can see on this little article, it says at the bottom, "Be quiet, I'm trying to tell you that I don't love you anymore and the marriage is off." That's what the woman is saying to her husband. And she doesn't realize in the back that her husband just won the lottery. Brr, wrong timing, woman. Why would you want a divorce? No, I'm just joking. But yeah, you get the picture. Timing is basically coming or leaving or free agent or bad timing, you know. Managers put schedules for people that they already had something in there before. So that's bad timing. Next one is surprise. This is basically related to timing. It's a key aspect of timing. And it's basically sudden, more sudden, unexpected, or extreme. And this, people have more extreme initial reactions to surprises because it just, boom, it scares them. It's a surprise as you see the cat is getting scared by the dog. That's a surprise. He doesn't want to change. Alright. The next general reason is peer pressure. Right here you can see the little chicken on the left says, "I don't want to die." The Green Reaper chicken on the right says, "Come on, everybody else is doing it eventually." So basically, that's peer pressure. But it's more a funnier view. But just to explain to you, in businesses, sometimes managers bring up something to change. A lot of them don't want to change. Well, the majority of the group don't want to change. And then there's at least a couple that do want to change, because there's the majority that doesn't want. They basically join them just because of pressure and peer pressure, I would say. Alright, that's it. Now we're on to specific reasons for resistance. The first one is self-interest, or basically selfishness. People basically look at the possibility, does it affect me? They don't care about the organization, they care about themselves. It's the me, so helping out the organization. So if that's a big reason why people don't want to change, because it doesn't help them out, why would they want to change? The next specific reason is misunderstanding. Some people are confused or just don't understand fully what managers want from them, so they resist because of confusion or misunderstanding. The next specific is different assessments. Some people, workers compared to managers, see differently. The managers see what workers bring to them. Workers actually experience these things, so they have different assessments of things. Some people want to cut costs, some don't, or revenues. And so with that, it scares them because they don't see the big picture like the others do. So it's different assessments. That's a specific reason why they wouldn't want to change. The next final specific reason is management tactics. As you can see right here, this is a football play. It's called the running back sweep, right? And right here, this is made for fast running backs, and it's effective if you have a fast running back. And a lot of Pro Bowl teams won games off of that. But doesn't mean that it'll work for every team. And some managers, football teams might do it, but they have a slow running back. So here goes the running back right here, right there. And he's supposed to move this way. But say this is a slow running back, and he he can't move out there as quickly, so the defense gets him faster, gets there faster, and so the plays is gone. So they lose all these players. They lose trust in the coach, and they lose the coach loses his credibility. The same goes for companies, organizations. Not all things work for the same organizations, you know. And some managers stinks because it works for others, and they want to just implement without even worrying about what the people in the organization wants, and so they lose credibility through that. All right, next we're going over general model for managing resistance. The first one is unfreezing. This is basically, as it states, is unfreezing itself, realizing that there's something's not going on. They're spinning their wheels through mud, or also known as performance gap. The difference between actual performance and desired performance is big, and managers want to close that gap. So they try to unfreeze things and change from the old ways to the good ways. The next one is moving. They start moving, implementing, seeing visions of the future and wanting to move and things like that. They also set up something called a force field analysis, or they pick and choose, and basically they establish a force field event, and they come up with forces that are against the thing and also forces that are for the change, and they remove more of those forces that are against it, so the forces for the change start moving, and that's called force field analysis. The next one is refreezing. This is the third and final step. Basically, refreezing thing. It's getting, as it says on the bottom, it's good news. The cold front is headed this way, and right here we can see that there is basically freezing, refreezing. So they're going to refreeze this new method. If it's successful, then refreezing is great. But if it's not, this third step isn't really that necessary. It's not that appropriate. The new method is the faster move, so the continuous change. So people need to adapt to the third method, which is continuous change or new moving. And that's it. All right, move on to the next.